Hi, I'm back, and I'm back with a tutorial that I had to rush, mainly because this was a lot of people were commenting that it was very challenging. This is the Extreme bracelet by the fabulous Lake Lummer. Okay, there is actually nothing difficult. Well, sorry, no, that's a wrong statement. It's not as difficult as it seems. It's just that the flippergram, of course, would always do their best to try as much as they can in the steps. So, when you make it based on flippergrams, and especially that it's not moving, you're not exactly getting it correctly. Well, not correctly, but not as accurate as you wish, because flippergrams don't really show you the movement of the bands. Um, Although some people are actually very good at following flipograms, but our brains work differently. So each individual really has a different way of understanding and trying and making things, and that, of course, we respect. And so hopefully this tutorial will be able to guide you. This is the fabulous, beautiful Extreme bracelet, super tight. It actually is as thick as a fishtail, but it's tight as a hexa, as an inverted is it a hexafish? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, an invert, because it's so tight. See, so you'll actually be using more bands than expected. Um, Also, please make sure to use the larger bands like this, like the metallics. Okay, because the new ones, the sweets and the fairy, they're smaller. You can actually put them inside this, and they're just really tinier. So you have to use larger ones, I suggest. And then if you get the pattern really correctly and you're so good at it already, then you experiment with the other bands. Okay, so and be ready, because make sure that you have nails, because it's hard when you don't have nails in making this, because the bands can get very, very tight. So here is the beautiful Extreme bracelet. I followed the flipogram and it was easy. There's only 3 steps and I will teach you that. Okay, so let's go. First of all, you have to best have a double-ended hook. If you don't have a double-ended hook, you know what I suggest? Get a stick, and then if pretend that this is a stick, you cap a band like as tight as you can, super super tight, and that will be your stopper. It's sort of like it holds the bands, so you just keep that band there, then that will be the stopper, so you can transfer bands. Okay, if you don't have another hook. If you have another hook, better transfer, because for this one it's hard to pinch and remove because it gets tight. Okay, so let's start. For the beginning of the bracelet, you have to create a cap band. Okay, just create a cap band. Okay, and then get your second color, which is the blue metallic for me, and then loop the cap band on it very simply. Okay, and then you put it back. Then you alternate colors, you go back to the silver. You get 2 silvers. Okay, you loop the first one and then put the first blue on it, and then it's supposed to look like that. And then you get your next silver, remove these two together with this one, just like that, and then remove, catch the silver and loop this. It's supposed to look like that. See? Now we begin the step 1. Okay, step 1 is you just hold these 4 down. Okay, and then step 1 is you go and pick up this blue. Okay, from outside, not inside, from outside. So step 1 is you push down and then pick up the blue from the middle of the silver, that blue. See, then you pull it up. Okay, so that's how it's supposed to be. Pick up that silver, pick up the blue. Whatever color you pick up is the color that you will be adding. So since I picked up blue, I will be adding blue, and that is step 2. Introducing step 2, you will unloop the blue and cross over the other 2 at the other end. So you will cross this over just like that. Special reminder, make sure that those bands don't twist or switch places, you are supposed to maintain the places of the bands and make sure they don't switch, because it will look ugly and you will not achieve the pattern. FYI. You will also need to maintain the place of these four. Oh, sorry. Now they're four. So those four. Keep the position. Okay? So now that's how it's supposed to look. Okay? And we go to the other side. Push your bands to the other side. And you will do the same. Repeat step 2. Hold down these four. Okay? And then pick up the blue again. So you will push down. Sorry. Here. You will push down to pick up the blue again. See? And then now, you will add the blue again because you picked up a blue. And unloop these. 3. You don't unloop this blue because that's what you added, and you're just repeating the steps. So the remaining 3, no need to cross over anymore, will be unlooped there. I really find the metallics are the best for this when you're studying the pattern, because the metallics also are silky, so they slide very nicely. See? So that's how your bracelet is supposed to look in the beginning. There. Very nice. So since you did this side, you don't need to switch sides anymore, because what you need to do is to just do alternating, sort of like teardrops. So here and then here and then here and then here. So you can actually do all the same, because Late Bloomer actually did one that had all the teardrops in the same direction. It depends on you, but this is the version we're in. You don't keep turning because the teardrops will alternate on their own. Okay, so we continue. Okay, so we go back to step 1. Step 1 is you will now pick up this band that's outside, and you have, as you can see, 2 silvers. That is what you will be picking up. Okay, the 2. So step 1 is you go push down again and you pick up the 2 silvers. See, just like that. Look at me. Ta-da! Then you keep the order. Make sure the order doesn't get switched. Okay, so I picked up the silver. I add the silver. This is the first side. And remember, when you do the first side, that is when you cross over. So you picked up the silver, you unloop the two silvers, okay? And every time that you see that you have 4 of the same color, that means that's the first part, first crossing over, okay? So now you will cross over these 2 to the other side. Because remember what I said, you will only unloop the one, you will only get the one under and then unloop these 2. So step 2 is unlooping. Ta-da! You have to keep the order and no twisting of the bands, and then you close it, and now it gets a bit tighter. Okay, so now it's like that. You push it to the other end. I love the metallics, they slide so easily. Okay, now hold these down again because we will now have to pick up the silver again. Okay, so go down and pick up the silver. See, and then you add the silver again and unloop those 2. And since we already crossed over, you just unloop the blue. Ta-da! Very easily. See? It's now alternating. This is really beautiful. I love this bracelet. So, the next step is picking up again. So if you notice, there are only like almost 3 steps. You pick up, you unloop. Oh no, there's just 2 steps. You pick up and then you unloop. You pick up and then you unloop. That's it. Okay? Because the crossing is part of the unlooping, so you don't really have to add it to the steps. So there is, as I told Late Bloomer, I only had 3 steps. It's actually just 2 steps. So look what I'm going to do. Well, you can probably say that adding the band is at second step. So let's see. Let's try to count. Okay, first step is pick up the two bands that you just added from. You will see, if case you're getting confused, you can see four bands. Do not pick up the one from the far end. You pick up the one closest to the hook. Okay, remember that. So when you go down, you will pick up only the first two close to the hook. Ignore the other silvers. Oops, don't let it cross over. Stay there, stay there, stay there. Okay, there. So just the thing that makes it painful for the hands is keeping the bands in order, because they cannot switch. So like this has to stay that way, and the silver tends to keep going out. Okay, so now that you picked up the blue, you add another blue. Ta-da! And then you unloop that. Together with, like I said, you have four, you cross over. So you get the last two on the other end and cross these over. There. Okay, and then you close it and go to the other side. Love the metallic bands, okay? Then you pick up the two blues again from under. Ta-da! Okay, like that. And then you unloop it on a blue again. Two. So this is like, the second step is like adding the band, and then the third step is unlooping. So yeah, I guess that's three. So you pick up, you add a band, you unloop. That's it. So I unloop the two that you picked up, and now you will add these two silver. The one from the crossed over bands. So here, see how difficult. The only thing is you really need to do it by fingers, pulling out. Okay, so there. See? Oh my gosh, it's so cool. I love this bracelet. Seriously love this bracelet. I find it super pretty. Very elegant. So, you've got that. And then now going back to step one, we pick up again. So you pick up your silver. See? And then just keep pulling this back. Then you add a silver, because that's what you picked up. That's a lot of silver. Okay, you add the silver, then you unloop these two that you picked up. Okay, and then you cross over the last two here. Okay, that's the second step. No, that's the third step, sorry. Unlooping. Pick up, add a band, unloop. Okay, so you close it, then you go to the other end again. And then you pick up the silver again. The first two, pick up the first two closest to the hook. Okay. Then hold on, just fixing it. Okay, sorry. The silver again. Ugh. Silver. Unloop the silvers, and then you unloop the last two blues. Okay, so just remember that the first time is the only time that you cross over, and then the next one has three remaining bands, so it's really not that difficult to remember. But notice this, it's twisting. Do your best to make sure they're not, because it looks ugly later on. So just fix it. Trying to figure out where the twisting happened. Wait, oops, let me just do the other side so I can fix it. That's just being me just being OC. Sorry. You just fix that. Why are you twisted? Never mind. Let's just fix it later. Okay. So anyway, once again. So if you notice, it's starting to build up. There. That's what it is. Okay. In the beginning, you don't really appreciate it until it's finished. You don't really get to see exactly how nice it is, but you will see later. Okay. So going back, you pick up again the closest to the hook. Pick up those two. Then you will add the blue again. Unloop. And then this is the first one, the crossover again. So you simply, and the twisted bands are bothering me. Okay, then you simply unloop that. Then you close it and do the other side. Go to the other side, and then pick up the blue again. Get those two. So twisted. Work. Untwist, untwist. I'm so clear. It's because you really cannot have twisted bands for this design. It just doesn't work. There. He's gonna go wild and like, man, twist yourself. Okay. So anyway, get the blue, and then unloop the blues and the silver next to it. There. See, it's very pretty. Whenever you find your bands twisting, just organize it. I promise you need to really make it look clean as possible. As clean as possible. See? Once more, in case you're confused. Okay? You just go and pick up the first two that you see. It's the silver for me. Okay? Then you get the silver as well. And loop that silver, those silvers on it. And then unloop the other two. The end. The other two at the end. See? And then you close it. Then the other side, you pick up the first two colors again. So you pick up your silver. Oopsie, there. Then you get your silver and unloop the two silvers and the two colors next to it, which are the blue. There. See? It's starting to form. Very nice color scheme. I copied Late Bloomer's colors, blue and silver, because it looks nice. It's twisting. The twisting is driving me nuts. Okay, there. So I'll do it maybe 2 more times and then I'll show you how you close it. So one more time, hold down everything here, then pick up the first two, and then you get the blue again and you unloop. And then you unloop the last two as well, crossing over. See, I haven't tried using, oh sorry, I haven't tried using LE here. I don't know why I will keep going to the end of the camera. It's so hard because I'm really trying to look at the camera well. Sorry. So you go to the other side, and then you pick up again the first two. And then so funny. I'm the hooker king, and I am saying pick up. Okay, so this is blue. Again, you picked up the blue, so you loop the blue. This tutorial is so serious. The blue and the first two bands remaining. First two remaining bands. There. So your bracelet is starting to form. Very nice. Okay, so one last time. You hold these down, you pick up the silver, the first two colors, and then you unloop them on the same color, which is silver, and then you unloop just like that. Then you close it and you go to the other side, hold down the bands, pick up the first two from under, and then get the silver as well, and unloop, and then what happened? Did I not unloop? Hold on, what did I do? Ah. Hmm? Why is there sobra? Wait. Oh my god, I think I made a mistake. Hold on, hold on. I made a mistake here. To put this back. Ay caramba. It's supposed to be... Wait, hold on. Let's go back to the other side. So I picked up the silver. Oh, I did not unloop. I did not cross over. Sorry, sir. Sorry, sirs and ma'ams and sir. So, remember, I picked up the silver. I did not unloop the blue. Sorry. So, you picked up the silver and then you unloop the last two there. Sorry about that. I was already focused on closing it. That's why I lost my concentration. Sorry. So, that's supposed to be that. 4 bands. Okay. So, then we go back to the other side. Oh, why do I have 6 bands? Okay, then you pick up the 2 silver and then unloop the silver and the next 2 blues there. Okay, and when you're done, you can just put a lock here, right there. Put a single band on these 4 and connect it. Okay, so that's basically it. Really, you can see your pattern is already formed. See? So, depends on your color combinations. You can actually wear it this way too. But this is how it looks. This is what your pattern is. And I super love it. You just have to be very patient because it can get very tight. And you have to pick your bands correctly. Make sure the ones that slide well are the ones that you pick. Because these are very tough placements because of the tightness. So, but other than that, I think it's a fabulous, beautiful bracelet. Okay, and very strong. Okay, so this is the Extreme bracelet by Late Loomer. Super cool bracelet. And when you make the bracelet, please don't forget to hashtag Chase Alvarez Extreme bracelet and Late Loomer because we would love to see your renditions. So I'll see you in my